Oh my god, third time is a charm. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? I'm on a little later than normal tonight, and I know it's Saturday. Yeah, today's Saturday, so who knows if people are out tonight or not, or whatever. I don't usually go, honestly, so. But it's been a few days, and so I wanted to check in. You're well. Good to hear. Good to hear. Oh, I emailed. I'm not gonna say her name on the channel because I don't want to dox people, but I emailed her, and she emailed back, and I need to email her back again. It's good communicate. It's good, and yeah. I sometimes just don't like saying names on the channel, but yeah, Paula. So I need to send her another email. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah, it was really fast communication. Speaking of fast, not like my internet. Not like my internet, although I shouldn't be talking badly about my internet, but that's why when I went on 2 times before, it went, well, the first time was actually my computer was having issues. I had to restart it, and second time, internet was low. But now it's back to up to speed. I almost used my iPad, so I almost went vertical tonight, Teresa. But I couldn't get service on there either, which is a little disconcerting. Because I'm leaving on Monday for the desert sands, and I usually find success with my network on my iPad, but it's hit or miss with the actual Wi-Fi there. And that might be the case. It is lovely. Oh, lonely. Yeah. Um, and I'm still having some issues. I apologize, everybody, all the people out there. I apologize for not saying hi to all of you. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. There we go. All right. Thank you for being here at Starry Tarot. If you're new, thank you so much for your subscription. I did. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot. You probably can't tell, but it is actually a lot shorter. She took off like 3 inches. I got it done Tuesday. I didn't wash it and style it until this morning. She did such a good job. Oh my god, I should have come on like right when I got my hair done. She styled it so amazing, and she cut it so amazingly. But you know how it's really hard to replicate how they style your hair. Although I don't think I did too bad of a job. I wanted to flick out some of the layers more. I think what I need is some product, like some uh she used some kind of like clay, like texturizing clay. It looks fluffier too. Like, yes, it feels so much softer. And that was what was bugging me, remember, Teresa? Like, it feels softer now. And I don't need to use nearly as much shampoo. It's just so much lighter. It's easier to like go swimming, and just like put it up. Now, what is going on here? Yeah, it feels really nice. And I love the little bangs too. They're a little short. They're kind of hard to see, but they will grow, obviously. She did it exactly how I wanted her to. I'm so pleased. Very, very pleased. Shout out to Ito Salon. Shout out to Janelle. She was amazing. There we go. All right. Sorry, my interwebs is just being so wonky. Wonky McDonkey. Oh, come on. It looks like there's quite a few other readers online right now. I don't know which other readers you follow, Teresa. There's a few that I follow, and get readings from occasionally. Like all my favorite readers I've at least gotten one reading from. You included. And I just noticed there's a lot of people, on tonight. Yeah, I had a bit of a busy day. My Models Guild had a marathon, which we do like maybe 3 times a year. And a really good turnout. None that I like. I follow Kino Tarot, but it's pre-recorded. I think I've heard of Kino Tarot. That name's the name sounds familiar. But it sounds like a name from like when I first started doing tarot. Like I think I followed. Is Kino? Wait. Oh no, that's Elo. Sorry, there was a gentleman by the name of Elo's tarot. He was very very good. I'm not familiar actually with Kino's tarot. I was mixing up those names. So yeah, welcome everybody. If you are joining us tonight, happy Saturday. It's a younger woman. Okay, yeah, it's a different person. Yeah, this was a younger gentleman. And you don't see too many gentleman readers, but I have met some really amazing ones. For sure, for sure. Yeah, for those of you who are joining us this evening, happy Saturday. My name is Sophie. You can call me Starry if you want. I really don't care. I am your friendly tarot reader. I can answer any of your questions, with the exception of medical and or legal questions. And I have yet to find a tarot reader who does offer that, but when I do, I will definitely take note because, although those aren't popular questions, I'll be honest, I don't get a lot of legal nor medical questions, and I don't advise it. I'm not an attorney nor am I a physician. I also am a psychic medium. If you are interested, I can communicate with those who have passed on. If this is something that you are interested in, please let me know beforehand, just so I can check and make sure that they are that I can indeed communicate with them. I don't want to call this an anti-twin flame channel, but I no tea, no shade to anyone who believes or subscribes to the twin flame thing. I just don't personally. But I do soulmate readings. I think those are very similar. That the added toxic elements I find with the twin flame thing. And that can be done in a couple different ways, and it doesn't have to be romantic either. That can be done in a couple different ways. That can be done simply asking your guides, your angels, your ancestral spirits. You can ask for their approval for someone in your life. You can ask if they give their blessing. We can ask the spirit if they are supposed to be in your life, or if perhaps you might need to extradite them, which is not something that I often recommend, as y'all know. Even as an Aquarius, I don't King of Swords people very often. Priyanka, how are you doing, love? Good to see you. How are you? I also offer past life regression readings, utilizing tarot. All of this utilizes tarot. That's my tool. And those are quite fascinating. And you can ask, a past life regression reading, with any intent, that you may have. I'm doing great. Priyanka. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I had a busy day, but I'm still full of energy. Just give me one moment. I'll be right Sorry about that. I am back. Oh, by the way, tonight I am using the kitty corn deck. I don't know if I don't think kitty corn's like from a cartoon or a comic or anything of that nature. But kitty corn's really, really cute. Kitty corn is adorable. Kitty corn is neither unicorn nor cat. Kitty corn is both. I love this deck. Just like I love all my decks. So yeah, I am using those tonight. Also, if you have I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be about love. It could be about just another person in really any context. I offer something called, well, it has a couple names. Some people call it the OG love reading. I call it the TFI reading. It's, you can ask, like I said, it doesn't have to be someone who's romantic in your life. If you're just curious about how someone thinks about you, what they feel about you, what their intentions are towards you, you can gain what those are in one question. I know a lot of readers would count that as 3. I don't. So I highly recommend that if you are dealing with matter, if you're questioning someone's intentions, feelings, and thoughts towards you, or. I also provide private readings. I provide 2 different types. I provide them, obviously they're offline, or they're online, but they're off the live stream. I offer them by appointment, over Zoom, just me and you, and we discuss whatever you need to discuss. I recommend it for everyone. Nobody's ever had any complaints. People are always really, and I always feel really, really good about them afterwards. I always feel like we've really gotten to the bottom of things, as do my clients. And it's often, a lot of my clients that I've read for are going through something. Either they would like some more discretion in regards to whatever they are questioning, or we were questioning, and or something that's particularly multifaceted, complex, that may require more context, more backstory. That always helps me out. And yeah, and especially if there's like several questions regarding the situation that you're interested in, we can, like, there's no limitation to the number of questions you can ask, and there's no limitation to the number of cards that I can pull for you. We can extend, we do, a scheduled block of time, but if we need to go over, we always can, if time permits for both of us. I'm flex most times, unless I have some other engagement. But yeah, if you are interested in that, please send me an email. My email is right there. And we can schedule that, or you can friend me and message me on my Instagram. Send me a DM. We can schedule that. What else? Oh yeah, I also offer, I offer 2 types of private readings. I also offer them offline at no additional donation amount. It's not as thorough as the one-on-ones. It's still, like, minis are about 5 minutes. Fulls are 10, extended, in-depth are 15. I do those I can do them over voice memos, over DMs on Instagram. If discretion is definitely something you are interested in. Just please note that there is a 24-hour turnaround, but realistically it's usually about 3 or so. I always have a deck of cards on me wherever I go. And I can, well, not wherever I go. If I travel, go away somewhere, if I'm overnight somewhere, I have a deck of cards on me. So latest would be 24 hours, but I can usually get in 2 to 3 hours. What else? I think that is the spiel. No other news on my end other than y'all know it is Mercury retrograde. I'm wearing this bracelet because it looked good with my outfit earlier, but I switched because it's so insane, the microclimate that I live in. I just assume and I know I shouldn't. I've lived all over the Bay Area. I just assumed the rest of the Bay Area is freezing. Pacifica and San Francisco and Daly City and South San Francisco, they're all freezing. And I don't see them getting warmer any soon. But I went to the East Bay today, and good lord, it was quite warm, even though it didn't say so in the forecast, but it was a lot warmer than I had anticipated. I don't know what it's like for all y'all in other parts of the world, but it is a chilly summer. It has been rather chilly, which is one of the reasons why I am going to the desert on my dates, to get some sunshine, much needed. It is in short supply here. Yeah. I don't know who's still in here. I know Teresa was in here and Priyanka was in here. The girls. So the queue is totally open. So whoever makes the donation next, first. I see you are still enjoying jelly beans. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I've been eating them like a lot. So, yeah, no, and I've also been, I've been eating a lot of sweets. Yeah, I need to control myself. Yeah, but yeah. I was gonna say something. I hate it when that happens. Something popped into my head that I was gonna mention to you, Teresa, and then it popped right out. Oh yeah, I don't know if we've talked about it. But have you ever tried? Did you know that I also do psychic tarot readings on a different website. It's like a psychic site, third-party site. You might want to check. There's a few. I mean, there's quite a few. The one I'm on is I'm guessing the most popular. Is the first one that comes up when you Google it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be featured. They hired me. I got hired there like 2-3 months ago, and at first it was like pretty booming, especially for someone brand new. And then it just kind of like declined a little bit. So I talked to my account manager. Like, what can I do to like market myself? I can promote myself on this channel, but I cannot promote this channel over on their site. It's called mysticsense.com. You should check them out. There used to be one called Keen. Yeah, Keen. I think Keen still exists. I think I've heard of that one. There's also Kasamba is another one. It's California Psychics Network. They rejected me. Hurt my feelings. I was like, for real? Like, how am I not totally cool? Actually, Mystic Sense rejected me at first, too. I was like, are you for real? Like, I meet everything to a T. I was very shocked and offended. And I was talking about it on here. And then 2 weeks later, I was looking through my spam in my email, and I got another email from the website from an individual, like one of the recruiters. She was like, I really want to interview you. When are you available? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, so glad I checked my spam, because I was told by what I presume was definitely a bot. Under the part that said education, I put all the most important books that I've used in my autodidactic learning in this field. And I also listed what college I went to. It wasn't a bad one. And I did well. And they said that I needed that my education wasn't adequate. I was like, if anything, it's too adequate. If anything, I probably should have retracted some stuff. No, no, not through WhatsApp. No, that I feel kind of sketched out if I was getting contacted because I get recruiter stuff all the time on WhatsApp. But no, this was over email, and it was after I'd applied. I got a rejection from clearly a bot. It was really obvious, and I was really pissed. And I was like drafting an email to send to like an actual human, but as I was doing that, I checked my spam and I had an interview lined up. So. But anyway, I'm being featured as one of their like featured readers next week while I'm out of town. So I'm really hoping that my internet works because the Wi-Fi can be kind of iffy out in the desert, and I can only use my laptop, so I have to get my laptop all synced up. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good. It's a good other place. It's totally different though. It's a totally different vibe. Not nearly as personable because people pay by the second. Um, some people are a little snippy. Um, I mean, I've had this channel for nearly 5 years now, and occasionally I get some snippy people, and they're out of here. Um, I don't have time for that. But there are a lot of not dissatisfied, but essentially, yeah, like so many people, if you tell them, like, yeah, it's not likely that your ex is going to reach out to you anytime soon, they just don't want to hear it. A lot of people on that site do not want to hear the truth, which is my headline. Like, I will tell you there's something, or like, discover the truth or something. Like, not here to BS. It happened the other night. She wasn't rude. She had a kind tone, but I could tell she wasn't pleased with the answer. And I understand. I feel her. But I also, if I were her, I also wouldn't want to just be told something that wasn't what I had seen. You had that? Oh, on your live stream? On YouTube? What happened? Yeah, this girl the other night, she was actually sweet in the way that she like left, the conversation and everything. She had a kind tone in her voice. But I could tell she didn't like because the answer wasn't what she wanted to hear. And I asked her for background too. I'm like, well, what happened? Was it a mutual breakup? How long ago did you break up? She said she ended things a month ago because she felt that they were going in two different places in life and they just weren't compatible in a lot of ways. Yeah, clearly she wanted him to call her, and the cards said no. And that's the other thing, the cards, because I'm getting paid by the second, or they're paying by the second, and I'm getting paid by the second, if they're not listening to me, because some of it's typed, some of it's on video, some of it's audio, some people think I'm wasting time when I'm like pulling cards because they don't see me doing it. They think I'm just like stalling to like keep the clock rolling. It's really insulting because it's like I make it very clear what I do and what my tool is. She was asking about a certain guy and the cards clearly said move on. Yeah, some people just don't want to hear it. And oddly enough, it's often the folks who ended whatever came to an end, probably for good reason, because they didn't feel that they were being acknowledged, or it wasn't, they liked the person but they weren't being treated the way they wanted to, so they made the executive decision to cut things off. But the emotional cord's still there. I know, I've been there, and I think we all have, and I really do feel for those people. It's not a fun place to be. But yeah, the cards clearly said to me, like, exactly what she told me. Like, they were not compatible in many different ways. They'd been friends for many years, started dating over the past, like, 3-4 months. She ended things because she felt they were too different. Now she wants him back. Well, low-key, why would he call her if that was the last thing that he heard from her? Like, you know what I mean? Anyway. Codependent relationships, been there myself. Yeah, codependent, toxic, and or toxic. Yeah. The familiarity is all too real with all of us. We've all been there. I don't think I know a single person who hasn't experienced codependency. I don't know what that says about me, but I do know a whole lot of people, and I am, I'm not No spring chicken. I've met a lot of people. Seems a little too common, but yeah. Yeah, it's different. And I have yet to hear anyone cry or see anyone cry. Now that's happened over the phone during particularly emotional or heavy private readings that I do. And it breaks my heart when I hear when people type like, "Oh, I'm crying. Your reading made me cry." Even if it's like a good cry, it's like, oh, like it's a visceral reaction. But yeah, having to hear them or see them is a different level. I mean, you've done a lot of in-person readings, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Or hearing like their voice. Yeah, hearing their voice like noticeably waver, get emotional, like choked up. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Um, I was actually invited to a party tonight that I clearly decided not to go to. Um, and they had a tarot reader there. And that was so petty of me, but that was low key part of the reason why I didn't want to go. One, like none of my friends were going. Two, hardly anybody I wanted to network with was going. Three, what was my, oh yeah, tarot reader that's not me. I don't know about that. But, yeah. And had all the tissue. Yeah. I've got to find a better way to market myself. Doing in-person readings. I mean, it's just so common in this area. Like, you go to San Francisco and it's just like there's a psychic in every neighborhood on almost every block. How legitimate they are, that's definitely up for debate. A lot of those are fronts. A lot of them are scam artists. But I'm sure there's some legit ones. I personally, I've met some good ones, like at crystal fairs. I met one at a farmer's market not too long ago up in Calistoga. You tend to cry with them. Yeah. I used to cry with people a lot too, and now I like create not a blockage, but just like I put up an emotional guard, because I have to be the strong one, or I feel like I shouldn't be getting, sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I just can't help but get verklempt. I do, can't help it. But yeah, no, it is hard. Oh my god, I feel like such a jerk. Priyanka, are you there? Priyanka made a donation. She made it like 20 minutes ago. I did not get a notification. I didn't see until now. Priyanka, I'm so sorry. Are you there, honey? So sorry, I have my special jelly bean reading sitting up. Really? Can we talk about that offline? Please? Sorry, 1 second. There's a couple other things I need to keep you with you about. Okay, Priyanka. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, you're all good. You're all good. You're awesome. You're here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, honey. Hi, what is the energy of August going to be for me? Any specific changes that you can see? Yeah, let's see what August is going to be like for you then. Oh, I wasn't. I hope you didn't think I was trying to tell you to leave. No, please stick around, girl, if you can. But I understand if you have to go too. I totally understand. All right, Priyanka, what is your sign again, sweetheart? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What is August going to look like for Miss Priyanka? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What will August look like for Priyanka? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What will August look like for Priyanka? You were just listening? Oh, you're so sweet. Don't ever feel like you're rude for saying like, oh, I made a donation. Like that is or I'm here. If I don't, especially if it's like 20 minutes, like it's all good. I'm so sorry. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. How will August go for Miss Priyanka? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. How will August go for Priyanka? Masters and Spirit Guides, how will August go for Priyanka? Gemini, okay. Masters and Spirit Guides, how will August go for Priyanka? Masters and Spirit Guides, how will August go for Priyanka? Masters and Spirit Guides, how will August go for Priyanka? Masters and Spirit Guides, how will August go for Priyanka? Masters and Spirit Guides, how will August go for Priyanka? Four of Swords reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. The Magician reversed. 10 of Swords. Judgment reversed. And the Empress. You asked about changes coming to, you asked if there were possible, if there, what changes were coming in for you in the month of August. I do see, I'm going to start with the Ten of Swords here. I do see something coming to a close. I don't know if it's a connection with somebody. I don't know if it's a friendship. But, I don't know if it's an individual specifically, or an institution. Could even be a hobby or a habit or something that is just a regular part of your life now. That will be coming to a close over the next month. Taking a break from something, and it's something that I feel you also might feel like you need to take a step back from. With this Four of Swords reverse, Four of Swords is literally just taking a step back from something, I don't know why I said that so weird, meditating on something, assessing something. And when we see it in its reversed form, it's often having a difficult time doing that, observing that, seeing things through clear, reliable lenses, so to speak, without doubting ourselves, without doubting our judgment, which I'm seeing with this Judgment reversed card. Your intuitive energies are already very strong, Priyanka, but it could possibly be Mercury retrograde. This one's particularly really affecting, like, almost everybody I know in a very significant way. So do keep that in mind, that we are going through Mercury retrograde. But you are also in a very, your intuition is extremely, extremely strong right now. That's something that Spirit wants to harness into, and sometimes the hardest thing about trusting one's intuition is allowing oneself to trust it and not doubt it, to not be dismissive of it. Whatever's coming to an end is something that was causing you some feelings of, like, feeling battle weary, feeling like you've been fighting for too long. I don't know if this entity or person, corporation, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. It could even be a school. I don't know. Like I said, it could be many things. But it's something that you feel like you've been battling for a little while now, but the battle's coming to an end. It's the good news. So the Nine of Wands reverse, whatever that battle is coming to an end. And truth be told, it may feel a little discombobulating at times, or not at times, at first, with the Magician reversed. But right underneath this, we have the Empress. The Empress is significant of a few things here. One, the strength of your intuition, the strength and power of your intuition right now. As women, we have that. We are inherently intuitive creatures, just especially those of us who are in touch with our divine feminine energies, of which you are. Spirit is saying you're very much in touch with them. And the Empress is also a card that signifies things happening slowly, or perhaps taking longer than necessary, or being dragged out, or delays being proved necessary. That we can also put in the Mercury retrograde box as well. But the Empress is also a reminder that whatever this ending is that's coming up over the next month, it's going to be for your very best good. It's going to be the best for your higher self. It's going to be the best for you as an individual. And that might be something that you've been going back and forth on. Maybe there's something in your life that you're, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong here, but like there's something in your life that is not fully serving you in the way that you would like it to, someone or something. And it may, it's at the very least, this month is definitely a time for some deep reflection, surrounding the various elements of your life. What's working for you? What's not? What can you alter and tweak in different ways to improve certain things? What things are out of your hands? What things would be good for you, good to not have in your life? What things would be good to have in your life? Oh, that's a bit confusing. I'm not happy with my current job. I feel it's too stressful and I'm getting paid less, but I'm not happy with my relationship too. Could very well be both, hon. It could very well be both. Especially with this Empress card right here. And what I was just saying just a moment ago, with this Four of Swords reverse, if anything, even if you don't end your job over the next month, even if you don't end your relationship over the next month, if anything, just you're in touch with yourself. You can just say it out loud, like you're not satisfied with your job, you're not satisfied when you're in your relationship. You're not happy with either. And the things that we keep in our lives, the things that we maintain in our lives, should bring us happiness. Especially the relationships. Jobs, their jobs are called jobs for, it's called work for a reason. There's a reason why we get paid for it. But I don't know how toxic, I don't know. Oh, time to look for it could possibly be time to look for a new job, love. I don't know what's going on in your job. I will say I don't see any pentacles here. But if you're feeling, stressed and underpaid, thank you for your donation, Toki. If you're feeling stressed and underpaid, more than relationship, I need my job. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't leave your job, Priyanka, because if it's stressing you out and you're getting paid less, that's not good. But as I always tell everyone, like, just make sure you have another ship to jump to when you leave a job, because you still, need your job. Whereas with a relationship, it's less of a necessity, and especially if it's not making you happy, like a job is not there to make us happy necessarily. It's not good to be in a toxic environment. You should leave if it is toxic for you, and affecting your mental health and or physical health. But you also, need your job. Whereas it's kind of what I was saying again earlier, like assessing the things in your life that you could live without, and that may be for your best good. And the things that you can't live without. Talika, thank you so much for being here, Talika. Talika, you have credit, don't you, hon? You donated for a reading, on the 17th. You have 2121 credit. So I will add you to the list as well. Thank you so much, Priyanka. I really hope I brought you clarity there. It's a tough situation, I know, but really, really trust your gut right now. Like I said, you're in a really good place intuitively. And that's really important and beneficial to harness right now. True, better leave both and find a new job with a boss who is single. Oh my god, I can't imagine dating a boss. I can't imagine dating a coworker, to be honest. I can't imagine that. I mean, I've like worked with partners, but like not like I've had like a business with a partner and like done like investments and stuff, side things, but like I've never like worked like in a company. Like I've never dated someone that I've worked for like for a job. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you, love. Yeah, and Nine of Wands is also a search too. So I feel like Spirit's saying like, yeah, look around you, like see where you would want to ideally, work. Look at what other opportunities are out there for you, because they're definitely out there for you. There's definitely opportunities out there for you. Miss Toki, thank you for your donation, hun. I believe Toki donated for a mini reading. Hey, Toki! Sorry, one sec, girl. I'm just trying to pull up your donation. I just want to make sure I went to the right place, because I have some issues with Cashapp sometimes. But if you could go ahead and post your question, that would be marvelous. For real? No, sorry, not you. I'm talking to my phone. Shoot. Sorry, give me one sec. Will I be supported with a new gig job in August so I can transition and build my new desired lifestyle? Yeah, absolutely, I can ask that. Please give me one moment, Toki. I'm having some technical difficulties. Thank you. 1 second. I'm so sorry about that. We are all good. We are all good. All right. I'm looking for a side hustle to be a full-time artist now. Okay, let's see. And Toki, what's your sign again? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Toki be supported with a new gig or job in August to transition to becoming a full-time artist? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Toki find a side hustle that will allow her to become a full-time artist in August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Toki find a side hustle in August that will allow her to become a full-time artist? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Toki find a side job that will, in August, that will allow her to be a full-time artist? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Toki find a side job in August that will enable her to be a full-time artist. Angels, messages, and spirits will Toki find a side job in August that will enable her to be a full-time artist. Angels, messages, and spirit guides will Toki find a side job in August that will enable her to be a full-time artist. Angels, messages, and spirit guides will Toki find a side hustle in August that will enable her to be a full-time artist. Angels, messages, and spirit guides will Toki find a side job in August that will enable her to be a full-time artist. Angels, messages, and spirit guides will Toki find a side job in August that will enable her to be a full-time artist. You like feminine art, baking, jewelry making, and fashion designing, and you're a Leo. Feminine arts, interesting. I'm not quite sure what feminine arts are. So just arts like by female artists, art by female artists, or that's like exemplary of like feminine beauty. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands reversed, Knight of Cups. Okay. The Moon reversed and Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, it's gonna be a little tricky, Toki. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. It may not happen. I don't know if it's this damn Mercury retrograde that's causing delays or what, but it may not happen over the month of August. Because the Four of Pentacles, as much as we like seeing pentacles when we're talking about money and work, finances, Four of Pentacles, while it's not the Five of Pentacles, which is like poverty or feeling like a lack, Four of Pentacles is like really having to like hold on to one's money really tightly and be very like careful with one's finances. Ace of Wands reversed is also telling me is what's lending credence to me seeing that this may take a little longer than August. Yes, I can, Christy. Thank you. Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, the Ace of Cups being like you yourself, independent, making money on your own on the side. It's possible that you could find something over the next month. I don't know what you've been looking into, what you've been brainstorming, if you've been asking folks for advice, stuff like that. Yeah, the Moon reversed is also showing that you may need a little bit more like look into some things more in terms of opportunities that you could fit in, like to make money that you could fit into your current schedule now, and that would be profitable, where you can be your own boss, or it's flexible, and that's where I'm really liking this Knight of Cups right here in the center. Two reasons. Knight of Cups is all about creativity. And this creative little card here right in the center that I left for last, because I always save the best for last, it's kind of a double entendre here. Not only is it speaking to, yes, you are going to be able to support yourself as an artist, but it's also saying to get creative about the ways in which you find extra income, in order to finance your life as an artist. You're already clearly a very creative young lady, but if you've got a creative mind on you, I would definitely apply that as well to your current search. Even with it being the Knight too, that's like the seeker. He's looking, and it's also a working card too, seeking work, but doing so with like pluckiness, creativity, thinking outside the box, maybe asking advice places where you haven't, or looking for advice, or researching places that you haven't researched, and definitely keeping your mind open to different possibilities, with this Moon reversed card. So yeah, delays may prove necessary, but definitely if you haven't started already, get started, brainstorming different methods in which you can make some money on the side to finance that lifestyle you want and to be a full-time artist. That's the beauty of being a creative, is you can implement that in other ways in your life. And I would not be surprised if Mercury retrograde is what's slowing some things down here. But also I tell people with Mercury retrograde, make it your bitch, like harness that energy, because it's really energy of change. Harness that energy for good. Harness it for good. They say don't dye your hair, don't cut your hair, which I did the other day and I love my haircut. They say don't travel. I'm traveling during Mercury retrograde, and I think that the power of our free will and our mind is also very, very strong and influential. Well, thank you so much, Toki. I appreciate you, love, and I definitely support you in your dream. I work in the arts as well, and it's something it's always been very important to me. I should be at a party tonight for an artist salon in Oakland, but I'm not there, and I just didn't have that energy tonight. But yeah, definitely networking too. I'm sure you already do, and just getting different perspectives from as many people as you can as well. Thank you very much, love. Talika, please come to the chat. It is your turn. I'm not sure, Talika, if you wanted, if you wanted multiple questions or if you wanted an expanded reading. Please let me know. Thank you. Okay, Miss Talika, you have a lot going on. I'm sorry, hun. So just a 15 card, just one question. Do you have a specific question, or do you just want me to do a general reading? General, you got it. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. And what's your sign again, love? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Talika with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Leo, okay. He said, I'm begging to demand him to tell him account about his plans to buy and send my birthday. Yeah, he's yeah. I'm really sorry, Christy. Four of Wands reversed. The Star reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. The Empress reversed. Five of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Swords. Nine of Cups. Two of Pentacles reversed. Five of Cups. King of Swords. Excuse me. And Knight of Swords. Yeah, I see you've got a lot going on, girl. Okay. Yeah, let's just start right here at the beginning. This Four of Wands reverse, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups. Four of Wands upright is harmony, a happy home, a happy union. Five, but when it's reversed, it is disharmonious. It is something that is no longer the way it once was, which is probably in a favorable sense. And then almost identically, we have the Five of Pentacles upright underneath. The Five of Pentacles is not just disharmony in the home or in a union, but feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, not feeling supported. And actually, the artwork is, well, these are cats, but it's two cats outside of a cathedral, and they're like walking past the sanctuary, but they're not. They're outside of the sanctuary. They're outside of the harmonious space. Yet you know, things were good at one point. Like I said, this is something that's changed, something that's flipped. So you still have wishes and dreams of things returning to the way they were with this Nine of Cups. You may even pray and wish for it to change. However, Nine of Cups and Seven of Cups. These are both wish cards. And with the Star reversed, though, there is a certain level, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a certain level of hopelessness, feeling a sense of hopelessness in this situation, despite wanting things to go back to how they were. I do pray we were. Yeah. Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups. These are definitely like very like deep like wishes and prayers cards. The Seven of Cups, though, the thing about the Seven of Cups is that it's often and it's interesting because we have the Six of Cups reversed here, and when the Six of Cups reversed is very similar to the Seven of Cups in this sense that it is looking at things through rose-tinted lenses. I don't know if this was a breakup or a relationship that has become disharmonious, but Spirit is saying it definitely does have its very real issues, and while it's not totally impossible for things to go back to normal, it's also it's not super. Spirit's saying it's not super likely, and I'll get to that in a moment. And they're saying that there's the things that are dissatisfactory about the connection or whatever this was. Is it your home life in general, or is this a relationship or a job, some kind of deep relationship that you had, may still have. And while Spirit doesn't want you necessarily to look at all of the negative aspects of it, they do want you to take those into consideration with the Six of Cups reversed. I honestly feel somebody did black magic to keep us apart. Okay. I actually don't believe in black magic, even as a witch. My thoughts on black magic are, if you believe that if you give someone, if you believe that somebody has the power to do that and make something like that happen in your life, you're giving them that agency. If you refute that agency, they no longer have that power, and that supposed power dissipates. Regardless if that happened or not, I'm kind of seeing things. Unfortunately, I don't know how long the two of you were together, but the spirit is saying that they're not saying. I hate to put it this way, but they're saying that I don't want to say. I don't want to say it like this, but I'm hearing they're saying it was kind of doomed. This isn't something that was supposed to be your you weren't supposed to be emperor empress energy with this person. And with the Six of Cups reversed, like I was saying, it's not that spirit wants to look at all the negative aspects of it, because that's just going to bum you out, but they do want you to acknowledge them. And when you do feel like you want this person back, there are some important things to keep in mind that this person either did or didn't do, said or didn't say. Like there was a reason why things dissolved. And it's not your fault. Nothing was your fault. You did nothing wrong. They do acknowledge that yeah, you still definitely value this person, and but it looks like things weren't balanced, or have the balance and reciprocation has lost its equilibrium. And not only do we have the Five of Pentacles, but yeah, we've got the Five of Cups here too. Spirit is definitely acknowledging your feelings, and that they are very, very valid. It's totally valid for you to feel hurt, to feel left out in the cold, to feel a sense of loss here. But I am seeing that it's ultimately for your greatest good, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. Ace of Cups, yeah, this Ace of Cups reverse, they're acknowledging that you feel there's an emotional void that you're feeling within you right now, but they really want to let you know it's not permanent at all. I don't know how recently this happened, but you absolutely are going to heal and prevail, 100%. Also, going back to the black magic thing, there's only 3 spells that I recommend. One of them is the self-love spell, to everybody. Another is the cord cutting ritual for people that we need to emotionally detach ourselves from. And the one I'm going to recommend, well, I recommend all 3 to you, but especially this one, Return to Sender. If you do believe somebody did put some negative juju on you, burn sage or Palo Santos around your house and just say Return to Sender, Return to Sender. You can even look up incantations online. You can make up your own, but it's essentially sending them blessings because they need it. Anyone who does that kind of thing needs blessings. However, if they are genuinely sending you negative energy, those blessings are just going to bounce right back to you, hon. You're just going to be blessing yourself, and you will be impervious to anything that anyone's trying to say against you. And it discredits their value, their agency, and their ability. They just don't have it, and the knife always turns too, girl. The knife always turns. Like if someone did do something, like I say, like to that I say, like yeah, we don't give them that agency, but I also say karma's a bitch too. Like God watches this stuff, and and that's why I have a problem with spells, with black magic and black spell, like dark spells, hurtful spells, because to me, it's like trying to take God's job away from them, or the universe's. It's trying to take karma's and the natural order of justice away from things, is trying to change the order of things and of life. If someone thinks that they have that they just can do that willy-nilly, there's definitely repercussions for that, and I've seen it time and time again. Yeah, Three of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, things like you, and you don't have to tell me why things ended. I'm not probing you for that, but Spirit is just saying that this fundamentally just wasn't working. It may have at the beginning, early on, but something fundamentally shifted in this person. And I feel like this shift is something that's been within them like for days. It's just something that took a little while for you to see. And I also don't know how long you've known this person too, so please correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah, King of Swords. It's so interesting. King of Swords came up. I was talking about this card with a client earlier. How I don't normally recommend completely cutting people out of someone's life unless they're harming you or threatening to harm you or posing some kind of threat. But Spirit is saying that whatever was brought to an end, whatever boundary was set, and whatever line in the sand was set, it needed to be done. It was the right thing. And now it's really time to focus on you, Miss Talika. Self-love, that's also part of this Ace of Cups reversed. I'd love you to do the self-love spell. I'm all about doing spells that are good for individuals and mankind. But I'm not about dark spell work, anything that's negative. I'm just not okay with it. And people can do whatever they want to do, and I still, I don't judge them. Like I'm sure I have some clients that either have or sometimes do, and I don't judge them. But I do warn, and I'm not warning you. I don't feel that with you. I don't feel like that vindication in you, but I do feel a strong sense of boundary setting here, and you're a very strong Leo, your card literally is strength, like you guys are so freaking strong. And I know that can be exhausting sometimes, and I kind of feel like this Empress reverse is kind of reflective of that too. Like Spirit wants you to get back in touch. And I'm not saying you're not in touch with your divine feminine, you are, but getting closer, more deeply in touch with your divine feminine. The self-love spell is rad. It really does make you feel a whole lot better about yourself. It's a bathing ritual. It's really lovely. And people pick up on those vibrations, especially if you do it regularly, like once a week. It's, when like you first start dating, I don't know if this has happened to you, when you first start dating someone and you're like radiating and glowing that like loving energy for that person, and then all of a sudden, like, guys start talking to you and it's like, well, I'm taken now, but where were you like 3 weeks ago? It's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people I know. And that's why I love this self-love spell, is because when you start if you can radiate that energy for yourself, like new love, people pick up on that. And I'm not saying you're ready to jump into a new relationship right now. It's not what I'm saying at all. Maybe you are up to it. That's entirely up to you. But it's just wonderful to radiate that energy, because it's good ones that pick it up. Like people with low vibrational energy won't pick it up, but people who do love themselves too and in a healthy way pick that up. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a really interesting phenomenon. So that's why I just love that spell. Yeah, Spirit is saying, girl, this was a bullet dodge. This doesn't feel like a win right now. It doesn't feel like a victory right now, but you will see that you will look back at this connection and be like, damn, like what was I, not what was I doing, but like what did I settle for towards the end? Like, and that, that actually was, wise for me to walk away, to accept walking away. And Spirit does acknowledge that this is deeply on your mind. and that is part of the healing process. Is it can just can often overtake our minds when something like that happens. Again, I don't know how recently this happened, and you don't have to tell me. But the energies are heavy, and now is the time to just look onwards and upwards. Spirit is saying that this was definitely for the best. And that's not, I don't always get that message. Sometimes Spirit will say that, things haven't fully come to a close, or there was something that was miscommunicated, or some blah, 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 blah. But Spirit is saying, like, this was really not serving you in a multitude of ways. You packed your bags and left. You had your reasons. We don't do that just out of the blue. If you packed your bags and up and left, you clearly had your reasons. And again, don't have to tell me what they are, but that tells me you had very, very real reasons. And there's been a lot of breakups lately. I'll be honest, but also a lot of new relationships too. That tends to happen around Mercury retrograde. I don't like. I shouldn't go back to that again. But I think what's most important to look at here is absolutely Talika, absolutely no problem. What was I saying? Yeah, I think what's most important to look at here is you, for sure, focusing on Talika and healing and self-love. Again, when I say focusing on self-love, I'm not insinuating that you don't love yourself at all. It's not what I'm saying. I don't get that energy. But extra self-love and self-care is always great. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, Spirit is saying that you made the right decision. You made the right decision. Drawing that line in the sand. It's a big decision to make. I've been there. And it's tough. I'm sure it might have been something you had been thinking about, prior to doing. I'm so sorry, love. But it also comforts me. It does comfort me to know that Spirit is saying this was for the best. Thank you so much, girl. Did you want a 10-card reading, or did you have 2 questions? Oh, I think you want 2 questions because you said I will pay for 2 questions. Good. Yeah. I've done that spontaneously. And then I ended up bouncing back. But then I did it, I planned it, and it still hurt like hell. But God, do I have no regrets looking back at that 6 years later. Oh, so glad I decided to leave. I'm glad you did too. I really am. So let's go ahead and post the queue. Oops. Go. Let's keep, Why is W avoiding you? Is W who we were asked, who was the subject of the last reading? And this is a 5-card reading, right? Also, what is W's? I know that's 3 questions. I'll wait for you to answer the first 2. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? It's not the same person? Okay. And, yeah, you can do either 2 5s or 1 10. You can make, yeah, so this can be a 10 card reading or a 5, and if you have another question. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Why is W avoiding Talika? So you do want, you do have 2 questions. Okay. All right. And what is W's sign? And is W female or male? 8 of Swords, 6 of Swords reversed, 2 of Wands reversed. This always happens. I can't tell you how many times. It happens like every week, at least once. I'll see the 2 of Wands right next to the 3 of Wands. And either they're both reversed or they're both upright. It's so weird. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. Is this a friend? They're jilted. It's Aries, they're male. He's an Aries male. Okay. All right, let's start here. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is a feeling of like feeling bound, feeling trapped in some kind of way. So for whatever reason, that's one of the reasons why he is avoiding you. I'm not saying that you specifically make him feel that way, but he is feeling that way for whatever reason, and it is affecting his communications. I don't think this is permanent. You said he's avoiding you. I do believe you guys are going to communicate again. Your friends, yeah. Yeah, 6 of Swords reversed. 6 of Swords is walking away from someone, but when I see it in its reverse position, it's more of a break. It's like taking a step back, needing to take a step back. He's not walking away from you permanently, but he does need some space. Yeah, there's something he owes you money. Interesting. That's this 8 of Swords. That must be this 8 of Swords. Feels trapped because he owes you money that he doesn't have, I'm guessing. Or doesn't want to pay back. Ugh. Yeah. He's biding his time. This 3 of Wands reversed. He's not, yeah, he's dragging his feet here. I don't know how long he's owed you, but he's dragging his feet. And it looks like he is having some emotional issues and possibly sounds like money issues. This Queen of Cups reversed. With this 2 of Wands reversed, this concerns me a little bit. All of this concerns me now that you mentioned that he owes you money. It's almost like he's like, how much time do I have? How much more time can I bide in not paying her back? And should I pay her back? Maybe there's some way I can finagle and talk my way out of this. It's going on 2 months. Jeez Louise. I'm so sorry, Talika. Yeah, his cup is empty right now. But I also don't like this like, should I or should I not, and this dragging his feet thing. And it's like, if he can't pay you back right now, like, can't he just say that to you? Like, I need some more time, or can't he pay you, like, in installments? Like, he's not communicating anything, clearly. And I think there's some shame there. I'm not making excuses for him at all, but I am sensing that energy a little bit, that it's avoidant energy. And like you said, why is he avoiding you? It is avoidant energy. And I do think it stems from, yeah, a genuine, like, he is lacking money hardcore. He's ashamed. But from my perspective, I'm just like, dude, like, just let her know he needs more time, or like a payment plan. He could do something about this. You felt like that. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like guys are kind of weirder about money in that way. But at the same time, it's like, why did he bother asking to borrow money from a woman if he knew there would possibly be this repercussion of not being able to pay you back, and the feelings that would accompany that? Yeah, no, his communication stinks. That's the very least he could do. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's definitely the money thing. That's what the Eight of Swords is. He's feeling like he knows you need your money. He knows you want it. He knows you're owed it. It's yours. But he doesn't have it, and I think that's really hard for him to convey. But it's like, he should have thought about that before he asked, you know? And I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge. He's your friend. I understand times are hard and we need to do things. I want to start school, but I don't, if I'm making the right decision. Girl, I feel you there. I feel you there. What do you want to go to school for? Sorry, give me one sec. Sorry about that, Talika. We were cool, but he changed a lot on me. How long have you known him for? Hi, Debbie. No, I have not read your message yet. I will get to that tonight. Thank you so much, Debbie. Good to see you. Happy Saturday, hon. All right, Talika. So medical billing and coding, and there are a few other certificates I want to get after that so I can get paid more. For sure. So, okay, let's see if it's a good decision to go right now. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is it the right decision for Talika to start school right now? When do you want to start? Would you want to start, or just do you want to just ask if you should go to school, or if you should start now, or how do you want to ask it? Talika, how do you want me to ask it? When is a good time? Okay, so for that, I need to know what time you're looking at. Do you want to know if now is a good time, or if next year is a good time? Because I can only confirm yes or no when it comes to actual time periods. Like, I can't see in the cards, like, oh, go in 3 years, or like, if I just ask if you should go in general, but I can confirm if, like, going as soon as possible is a good idea. or if waiting maybe a year is a good idea. What were you thinking? Next month. Okay. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Should Talika go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school next month? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school in August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school in August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, would it be the right decision for Talika to go back to school in August? Angels, oh, sorry. There we go. All right. We have the Empress, King of Swords reversed, Eight of Wands. Okay, cool. I kept on seeing Eight of Wands when I was shuffling. Three of Cups reversed, and Temperance. Okay, so this looks really. I'm getting some conflicting messages with the Empress and Temperance. The Empress is a signifier that delays may prove a little necessary. Temperance is also a sign that some time might be needed. However, is it a good idea for you to go back to school, like, period? Yes, it is. They definitely want you to go back to school. Okay, I see. Okay. So it's a possibility for you. Um, uh, all I felt, not now, but do it. Okay. So I just picked up on something. So it is actually it is a possibility for you to go back to school next month, Talika. With this Eight of Wands right here in the center. However, Spirit is saying that you would have to make some obviously you'd have to make some sacrifices. It's going to take time. It's going to take money. It's going to take mental energy. It's a lot. So you definitely have to make sure you can fit it into your schedule. And maybe just starting small is good. I don't know how active your social life is right now, but Spirit is saying that would definitely, or even like spending time with family members, friends, would definitely have to be put on hold for sure. So if you've already got things lined up where you can fit it into your schedule, you have the resources, you have the time, like all the resources that are necessary, then I say do it. And Spirit says do it, but just make sure that you can fit it in. I'm low-key thinking about the same thing, girl. It would just be one class just to get me started, but I don't know if I can fit into my schedule. There's a whole bunch of different factors that I need to take into consideration and really like reflect on, which I haven't yet. And I think that maybe you've probably done more of that than me, but continue to do that. I don't know how far you've gotten with that, but continue considering all the factors when it comes to how much school requires from us, especially if you want to do well, which I have no doubt that you do. And I'm sure you're familiar with all that. But yeah, no, I think no time like the present, honestly. And especially with that Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is something happening very quickly. Oops, I typed my response. I was answering my daughter's text. Okay, sorry. I wanted to talk to you first before I start. That means a lot to me, Talika. I think this is great. I think this is wonderful. Spirit's saying go forth. Eight of Wands. It's funny too, girl. We were talking about Mercury retrograde. in one of my mini tarot books, the way that one of the definitions for the Eight of Wands reversed is Mercury retrograde energy. When I see the Eight of Wands, and I kept on seeing the Eight of Wands when I was shuffling, it's about something happening quickly, and like just putting all your energy into it is a good omen. Yeah. And when it's upright, it's just like F you, Mercury retrograde. Like not today. It's not gonna affect this. So you got this. You got this. You know the sacrifices it requires, and you can definitely. I have no doubt that you can take them on. I hope you can. I hope you have the room for it. Thank you so much, Talika. I really appreciate you, and let me know how things go. If you do end up signing up for classes, or even if it's just one class, I think it's a really great idea. It'll definitely, yeah, you'll be able to make more money. It's fantastic. All right, so I think, yeah, we are all up to speed. Yeah, please do. Yeah, I mean, no requirement, but yeah, if you, if you see me on or something and you have, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate you. Oh yeah, so yeah, we're all caught up to speed with donations. So if you have a question, whoever donates next will be next. Yeah, I will probably likely be on a little bit later tomorrow too. I don't know, I've got so much I need to get done tomorrow. So much I need to get done this week. Yeah. Can't believe it's almost August, y'all. And if you are watching this live stream, please be a buddy and remember to click the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you so much. Sophie! Hi, Sophie. Your name is my name too. And we even spell it the same. How are you, Sophie? Yes, really. You got a sign from your last reading yesterday. The last reading that I gave you, Debbie? Are you new here, Sophie? It feels so odd calling you by my name. I don't know many other Sophies. Just miss my puppy. She ran away 3 days ago. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, shoot. A baby puppy? Is this a new doggy? Or dog you've had for either way? I'm so sorry, hon. I'm so sorry. Yes, Debbie, what? Oh, well, you don't have to tell me. What? Yeah, so sorry, Sophie. That's so hard. I truly hope that you find him or her. Sorry. Oh, she. Sorry, find her. 7 months. Oh, she really was a puppy. I'm so sorry. I really hope that you find her. Um, yeah. Was she chipped? I mean, I guess that's kind of a redundant question. I think they chip most animals nowadays, but not all. Oh. Would your cards help me find my puppy if I donate? The way that the way that it would be able to help would be if you had an idea as to where she was. We could do, if you, or more than one idea. You could have like up to 5 actually, or yeah, even more than that, depending on how many cards you get. And I do something for a question like this, or I ask, well, you can ask straight up if you will find her. You can ask if she's if she's safe. You can ask if you have an idea as to where she is. Again, I can, it's something I do called a throwdown, and I will do like, okay, is she in place A, place B, place C? But yeah, we could simply ask if you would find, if you're gonna find her. Oh God, I really hope, I really hope that you do. Um, this last happened. I think I helped someone locate one of their pets once. It's many moons ago. Yeah, that's like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we could definitely ask, have you done these? Yes, oh, that's so funny. I didn't see that you wrote that. Yeah, I have done, but not too many. I haven't had too many cases of this. I think the last one I had, trying to locate, it was actually a person, and they wanted to just know that the person was safe and sound. They'd been missing for like a week. I got the message, yes, that they were safe and sound, and I asked her to please confirm, you know, I assumed if I didn't hear anything, you know, the worst had happened, but no, they were safe. In terms of, I don't think I've ever asked about a missing animal before, I'll be honest. If I have, it was very long ago. I've been doing this for 5 years, almost 5 years now on this channel. I've been reading for much longer than that, but I've had this channel for almost 5 years. I've done a lot of readings, but I'm not, that isn't specifically coming to mind. I asked you if my great-grandmother was one of my guides. Yesterday I got a notification of a missed call, and my phone never rang. The missed call was from Catherine Martin, who is my great-grandmother. You got a missed call from your great-grandmother? Whoa, Debbie. Whoa. And I'm assuming you're, oh great, that came through, okay. I'm assuming she's no longer with us. Wow. Okay. That's wild, Debbie. That's confirmation. Yeah. I'm like the emoji where my mind is blown. That's, wow, that's significant. I have heard of that happening. People ringing from beyond the grave. There's one really famous one. There was a train crash in LA, I want to say like 15, 20 years ago, and a gentleman passed. I think most of the passengers passed away. But even after, like they recovered his body and they determined he had passed away instantly, but there were like 10, 15 phone calls from him, like posthumously. No, she died when my grandmother was 25. Holy moly. Okay, wow, this is incredible. This is incredible, Debbie. Mind is blown. Yeah, I'd call that confirmation. Wow. That's so cool. That is so cool. Sorry, one moment here. I was just thinking the same thing. I just put myself in your shoes. I'm just like yeah, like if that had happened to me, how would I even process that? Like it's so much to wrap your head around. It's so clearly a sign. And I always tell people, like, don't look for signs. Like let them be excuse me. Let them be, those signs be so obvious that there's no doubt, you know. There's no doubt of it just being some kind of random happenstance. I mean, that defies science, you know, that defies technology. And it is Mercury retrograde, and we do know spirits indeed have interfered with technological things. No, they hit you in the yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, they hit you in the face, precisely. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's not a sign unless it smacked you right in the face. I'm right there with you. Yeah, matriarchal. Yeah. I believe mine come from my mom. I think I know. And at the very least, I know I've inherited gifts from her, and she got me interested in she's interested in other, let's call it new age things, um, spiritual things than I am. We have we have a lot of crossovers. There's definitely a Venn diagram to be made there. We have a lot of similar spiritual, esoteric interests. Some of them we don't. Um, but the general interest, she for sure instilled in me the very, like, that was the seed. She was a excuse me. She was a healer. If the doctor could not help her, he would send them to her. Oh wow. That sounds like I actually know two women who, one of them currently works for, she's French, and she works in France. She works for the French police. So I don't know what city. Some police force in France, not Paris. Um, as a professional psychic for them. She's a very successful. She very successfully finds missing people, solves crimes. Um, Also, the woman. Yeah, I met a few people who I know one woman who used to do it, and it was too much for her. Oh no, I didn't get to see what you said, Teresa, but maybe that sounds like that was the intent. All good. She was on the seventh. She was. Oh, I think you told me that. Seventh daughter of a seventh daughter. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, she definitely watches over you for sure. Wow, that is just so remarkable. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I watch a lot of YouTube channels, period, but I watch a lot that have like UFOs and just things that can't be explained with science, ghosts, figures, whatever. And I feel like if that happened to me, I think that would be one of my reactions would be to like send like a photo like that, like. But I guess people could be like, oh well, that was fake. You just type that in, blah blah blah. But wow, that is so crazy cool. Um, I was just saying I get my gifts from my father's mother. Oh, interesting. YouTube keeps interrupting commercials. Oh, I'm sorry. And because of that, my grandmother, mom, me, and my daughters are all have different gifts. Interesting. I haven't looked too far back in my lineage to know. I don't think beyond my mom and I think we are kind of the new generation of women to. I think most of my grandmothers on both sides have all been Catholic, um, or Protestant Christians. I did not and saw it as like, negative. I incorporate it, but times also changed and whatnot. And I've never even seen a ghost, but I've seen what I would call a man, human being, and an alien. Oh, a non-human being and an alien. Wow. Hi. Yes, donations are still open, Leah. Yes, they are. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you? I've seen some stuff. I've got a video. So all throughout, I'm sure I've talked about it on my channel before, like starting Christmas night of 2017 and then all throughout 2018, I was seeing I would see these red dots on the horizon, and I'd see them not, I moved like 3 different places that year in the Bay Area, like 3 different places entirely, and I kept on seeing these things, and then I found videos of other people capturing them too, and they're definitely not drones. The way that they move is, if I just start talking about it, I'll talk forever. You're just vibing. Nice, Leah. My brother has some pretty accurate precognition. Yeah, back in the day, people really did not talk. No, yeah. Sometimes they didn't talk about their gifts, or they thought that they weren't gifts. They thought that they were like curses. Yeah, exactly, Teresa. Like they would and they would seek an exorcist, or priest, whatever. It's like they think they were like demonic or something, and personally they would think that, when really they were gifts. And then also there were women who practiced in private. I mean, women are still, I was talking to someone about this today, women are still technically not supposed to read the Kabbalah to like really Orthodox Jews. But we do. Times have changed. There's certain things that change. Thank you so much, Leah. Thank you, love. Leah, did you want a 10-card reading or did you have 2 questions? Just one 10-card? Yeah. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. Hi, Mikey8. It's going well. Thank you. Never a dead person, though. The dead do come to me in dreams, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, me too, girl. Me too. I go on with that. We were lucky we knew about our gifts in our family. We were never told about it outside of our family. I'm an external staff member for a beauty agency, and I filed a complaint about the manager of a store I was working in. What will my account manager do about this situation? All right, let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do about the situation, her complaint that she filed? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do about the complaint she filed? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed about the manager? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager what will Leah's account manager do about the complaint she filed about the manager of the store? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do about the complaint Leah filed? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do about the complaint she filed? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed against the manager? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed against the manager of the store? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed against the manager of the store? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed against the manager Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. What will Leah's account manager do regarding the complaint she filed against the manager? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. What will Leah's account? How will Leah's account manager react to the complaint she filed against the store manager? I was thinking Sephora. That's so funny. I was imagining a Sephora girl. I was wondering if that's really cool. Do you work at other beauty stores too? Like I'm guessing like maybe Ulta or something stuff. That sounds like a cool job, girl. Me love me some makeup and skincare products. Love Sephora. Okay, girl. Let's see. We have 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, 3 of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Devil reversed, 7 of Cups, the Empress, and 6 of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. Wow, Leah, I never realized you were so young. Well, compared to me. Yeah, you young girl. Of course, you're 21, girl. Okay, and that's so cool. Yeah, your job is very cool. I think it's cool. So, all right, your account manager, how is she going to react to this complaint that you filed? I'm not liking the 7 of Swords. I'm trying to figure out what's... Give me just a moment here. I'm getting some conflicting messages here. Okay. How have things been in the past? How are things with your account manager normally, Leah? What are they normally like? I'm not gonna just repeat everything that you say to me because it's like kind of back and forth. Like I'm definitely seeing some positives here, especially this King of Wands. I'm seeing if that's a leader. I've worked for her for 3 years. She usually takes your side. She's trusted me in the past. Yeah, okay. Good. That's good to know. Because I'm getting, yeah, that she's a good manager. I don't know if you heard what I was just saying. The King of Wands is very symbolic of not just a good boss, but a good leader. A really, someone who accommodates who they're what's the word I'm looking for? They're workers. She will accommodate your needs. But it might be a little difficult. I see her siding with you. I did mention that in the complaint. Another thing is a permanent staff member I was working under saw the incident and said she would report to her manager. She works under too about the incident. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I see good things happening. I do see it being a little difficult at first for her to take the disciplinary action that she will initially want to take. This King of Wands, 6 of Swords reversed. And I think that disciplinary action I think she wants her gone. And that might take a lot. It might take the 7 of Swords. I'm not seeing as like lies, betrayal, or deceit towards you from her. I'm seeing the 7 of Swords in the other way, in like doing whatever is necessary in order to get the job done, in order to make her job, in order to complete her job, do it properly, and to accommodate you in the way that you need to be accommodated and make things work with this Knight of Pentacles. She's gonna have to be a little crafty here. And really like think about how to go about this. I wouldn't be surprised if this manager this is not the first complaint that's been filed against her. Like it's going to be a process. Yeah, she'll have to take it to the store's farm manager. I don't think she can remove the media manager I complained about, but it's bad for her staff, including me. This is how we're treated. Yeah, she will ask for other employees' questions too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so she's got there's a lot of protocol here. There's a big process that needs to be done. This Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. She's and she only has so much power too. With this Six of Pentacles and the Devil reversed, because she's gonna have to go to her superiors as well. In addition, obviously, to other employees. And really like get the full picture here, because it's a lot, not just to fire someone, but to have a reason to do so. For most companies are reticent to do it because they know they have to pay some kind of severance or unemployment, and that's where I think there's going to be some kickback with her actions. But I do think that she will be successful in the end. It may be a long road, and there may be some disappointments along the way, but I do think that justice will inevitably be served here. That's what's up in the air, girl. She's definitely going to try. I sincerely think she's going to try, just out of curiosity, because she is very young. She's like a bull in a china shop. Yeah, it's going to take a lot, and she's going to have to go to superiors of her own. She doesn't have all the power to just do that, as you know. So I can't answer that. It's dependent on other people as well. It's dependent on also, like you said, the employees as well. So and just, the protocol that is required to fire someone based on a complaint. And I see that with this Devil reversed card here is like, yeah, possible. Like I do see upper management trying to kick back, but that's just what they've been told to do at first, because they, like I said, they don't like it. Like it's a process to fire people, especially in retail. They don't want to do the whole unemployment thing. They lose money. But if there's enough complaints against her, and your account manager wants her, she's gonna want her gone. It's just about everybody being on board, and that hopefully not taking too long here. That makes sense. She's been working there for 3 years, not sure if others have complained. I really wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised if she has had complaints against her, filed against her. I mean, I didn't ask that, but I just wouldn't be surprised. I just get this feeling. But to answer your question, yeah, so she will be on your side. She will be on your side. It's just everybody needs to be on board. There's a lot of people that need to sign off. They're okay on this. There's a lot of there's more information that needs to be gleaned, investigated, and acquired. So yeah, it's definitely a process. But her goal is to terminate her employment. That is what she wants to do. And if she had the complete power to do it, she would do it in a heartbeat. But it's a big process, and yeah, I do know that like upper management is often, I've been told, especially in like retail, like corporate environments, they're often told not to if someone needs to be fired, there needs to be like multiple sources of reasons as to why that person can be fired. So it's definitely possible, but it's not something that I could fully predict at this time, which is also telling me that it might take a couple of months here. And I do feel like it's going to have to go through several people. But I do think there will be victory in the end. And the really good thing too is that she's got your back, you know. I'm going to do damn gold. Sorry. I don't get to get her fired. It's crazy. At most I thought she mentioned this to upper management and wanted it. No, I feel like she wants to axe her. I mean, the energy that I'm getting feels very like she's gonna have a lot of convictions about this. She's gonna side with you, and it also makes me think that this person has other complaints filed against them, because that's a strong. I mean, depending on what she did, but it's making me feel that, yeah, because we're external to the store, it makes things more difficult, so everything I understand is. Yeah, I didn't even think I didn't take that aspect into consideration, but you're right. Yeah, the fact that you're like a third party, yeah, external resource will likely require just more paperwork, more investigation, stuff like that, more work. But the best news is that she's got your back and she's on your side and hears you. I'm just gonna donate for one more. I had a question. Yeah, no problem at all. Oh, Debbie, night all. I am on the East Coast and I have to get up early, staying light, and love to everyone. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Good night. You're probably gone already, but thank you, love. And thank you, Leah, for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. What's the deal with her and two of the girls on Dior? Do they genuinely like her or no? I feel as if this manager loiters around the Tom Ford staff. Okay. What's the deal with her? What's her name, hun? Can I get her name? Which is close to Dior. I don't know if they're just fake nice to the manager or if they have decent rapport. Okay. Dior is my favorite, by the way. I mean, designer, second favorite designer, but my favorite cosmetics. Although I don't wear any Dior lipsticks. I wear a Chanel lipstick. I really love Chanel's formulas, but oh my god, Dior show is like the one mascara I've allowed on my eyes for years. Her name, Dior girls are Sadia and Lena, and the manager's name is Veronica. Okay, alright, let's see what's up with these Dior girls. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What's the deal with Veronica and the Dior girls? Sadia and Lima, angels, messengers, and spirits. What is going on with Veronica and Sadia and Lima? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on with Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on with Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on with Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on with Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on with Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on with Veronica and the girls who work at Dior? I also loved Pure Poison perfume. So good. Used to wear that all the time. I wish you guys went external. I don't get a discount because I was working for them. That's so funny. Okay, let's see what's going on. And we just received a donation from Teresa. Thank you, girl. Let me go ahead and add you. By the way, everyone should go check out, subscribe to In the Garden Tarot, Miss Teresa. She is an amazing tarot reader. She has a channel herself. Ace of Swords, Five of Cups reversed, Six of Swords reversed, the Lovers and Page of Wands reversed. I feel like there's some kind of ass kissing here. There's some kind of I'm getting like I don't know if she's I don't think she's kissing their butt. I think they're kissing her butt. They're trying to get in her good graces. Trying to figure if they keep the manager close, just know what her schedule is and when she's working on shift or not. I think the reason why they try to stay, that could be it too with this Ace of Swords, but I also still get that, like, being in her good graces, trying to stay in her good graces as much as possible, and that tells me that this woman is unhinged. She's very quick to turn nasty and then be nice one moment and then just, like, flip. She's very inconsistent. So yeah, there's definitely some knowledge acquiring here with those girls. Cause she can really, misdirect her, I don't know, anger, we should call it, dissatisfaction. I think ultimately they would like to see her gone, though. With the Six of Swords reverse and Five of Cups reverse, like, none of this is sincere. It's totally like let's just, like, stay in her good graces because she's, like, psycho. Yeah, she did that with me, but I'm not kissing any ass. I'm too overqualified to be working under her to begin with. Now after working on law, yeah, precisely. Yeah, no, boundaries, absolutely, hun, absolutely. No, you don't need that, and you're beyond that. So right on for filing a complaint, honestly. This woman, Veronica, is like, they tell me that the managers are all dogs. A week before I met the manager, yeah, and they're just like, let's just try and keep things as like they're walking on eggshells, these girls. Yeah, do not put up with her, and I know you're not putting up with her crap. You're beyond that. And you will remain being beyond that. But yeah, this is, this explains more too. This is why maybe there aren't too many complaints filed against her out of fear. A lot of people won't file complaints against people with bad behavior in the workplace out of fear. That's very common. So she may actually not have complaints, but I'm definitely sensing fear from those two girls. And no, like, warm feelings. It's like just keeping things afloat, you know? So, yeah, yeah. I really hope she gets fired. I really hope she gets fired. I don't know what they're scared of. She's a loose cannon, so she's easier to fire, plus she's very young, ever managed. Yeah, but I'm assuming these girls are also very young too, and maybe they just haven't really thought about that, love. You know, I mean, you're very, very smart. So you've logically processed that, but they could be just really scared and intimidated to the point where they're not even able to logically process, like, you know, if we all got together and, like, all filed complaints and we all had, you know, valid things, that would be very powerful. The staff members are older. Interesting. Okay. So it's more a lack of knowledge. It's like a lack of knowledge. I feel like it's more of a lack of knowledge. It doesn't have to be one being younger. But I do sense fear. For sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. They don't know the power they actually have. It's work, like, filing the complaint and the due process and everything. Um, but it's worth it to speak one's voice. And that Ace of Swords is also speaking one's voice, so they may be considering it. There's definitely no fondness there. I'll let you definitely know that for sure. Um, but yeah, that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Leah. Thank you so much for your donations. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry you're going through this. Um, but you will prevail, and well, if they need any help drafting anything, I don't mind helping them in the future. Right? Exactly. Yeah. You'd be a wonderful resource there, and I'm so glad you spoke your voice. It is going to make a difference, and you definitely did the right thing. I'm fine. I'll get my one date. Yes, you will. Yeah, and she's gonna get her karma for sure. Yeah, that's how it works. Loose cannon. Yeah, total loose cannon. Oy vey. All right. Miss Teresa, please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. And if I ever cross paths with this woman again when I'm not working, she's had it. Yeah, yeah. Oh dear, can you imagine like running into her like at like a restaurant or something? Oh my god. Yeah, just didn't know it was. Oh, Leah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we like to keep things like friendly and stuff here, and yeah. So, all right. Ms. Teresa, and thank you again, Leah. You are a treasure, and you got a good noggin on you, and you're using it well. Speaking your voice, so important. Miss Teresa, please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. I don't think anyone's hating on anyone. Yeah, she's not. Leah ain't no hater. We ain't no haters in here. No one's hating on anyone. I'm thinking of starting up an Etsy for my art. What can I expect? Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see. One sec. I'm gonna hit out. Have a good day. You too, love. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Teresa expect if she starts an Etsy store for her art? We have the Sun, Queen of Swords reversed, the Empress, Nine of Wands reversed, and Judgment. Wow. I'm loving everything, Teresa, except for, yeah, bye, Leah. Have a good night again. I'm liking everything here except for this Queen of Swords reversed. I'll start with what I don't like first. You are going, I'm just gonna, like lay it out there, you are going to find, like, success is yours. I had a little difficult time on Etsy as a tarot reader. I didn't know how to market myself right, I guess, or something, or promote myself. I don't know. I'm seeing success being yours, love, this with the Sun card. It may not, it's not going to happen overnight. There's going to be some, some tweaking. You're going to see certain things selling in a certain way. You're going to develop clients over time. But don't let if you do have like a particularly slow week or month even, don't let that stop you from continuing on cranking the wheel, because you are going to find success with this Sun card, and especially with this Empress card right here in the center. The Empress is all about creation, right? She's the mother of all mothers, the queen of queens. She's fertility, she's creation. This is the start of something, your new Etsy store, and you are selling your creations, your art. I think this is going to, with this Judgment card, I think this is going to be like major, really major for you. And like I mentioned earlier, initially there might be some roadblocks, a little bit of difficulties, but once you overcome those hurdles, I think you're going to overcome those hurdles very quickly with this Nine of Wands reversed. It could just be like technical issues, or even like creating like some type of workflow, or like creating a system for your business, and getting that, in like tip-top shape and all hammered out and specified. But this looks really good, Teresa. This looks extremely good. Yeah, I really like this. I like this a lot. People are really, and also with this Judgment card, I know that's a fear. I'm not saying this is a fear of yours, but I know a fear for a lot of artists is negative judgment, criticism, towards one's art. What I'm seeing is like praise with this Judgment upright card. I'm seeing a lot of praise and people wanting to purchase and own your art. So this looks great to me. This looks major. This looks really, really good. I like this. Yeah. I have ups and downs in my energy. Yeah, me too, girl. And my focus too. But you can master that. You can harness that. I mean, we can only harness so much, especially when it comes to physical energy, but we can only do our best. Empress is also about things maybe taking a little bit longer to take off. Delays may prove a little necessary, but there is going to be success for sure. They charge a $39 upfront fee now, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend the money. It's $39 just to own a shop, and is that a yearly fee or what's up with that? Is that monthly? I would give it a go, and you're definitely going to want to make a profit, but how often do they charge that? That seems really, I don't know. They used to charge a percentage of your sale, like eBay. And make paper-based art like kinetic sculptures. They also make collage. That's really cool, Teresa. How often? It's annual or monthly? How often is the fee? Because you definitely don't want to, like, I mean, and I believe you will, I'm not sure. I stopped at the 39 and said, no, I think it's a setup fee. Yeah, if it's just, especially if it's a one-time fee, I wouldn't worry about that too much. But if they're trying to charge that monthly, I mean, that would definitely be something to take into consideration. You're going to want to be making more than that at the very least to break even. I would look into that. Yeah, how often they charge that. That is new to me. But yeah, that all looks really good. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. I mean, I don't, I can't tell you that, but it looks like you will get a return on your investment there. Um, yeah. I believe in you. I believe in you. Yeah. It keeps interrupting. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Teresa. What is going on here? Okay. If it's of any comfort to you, I do, the ads do support me. They do support me. They also do support YouTube, but they also support me, so if it's not or not. But I'm sorry about that, man. All right, and thank you so much, Teresa. I really appreciate you, love. And I'm going to be emailing you tonight. Yeah. Thank you. All right, so I've been on for a little over 2 hours, so it's that time of night where I'm going to do a last call for all donations tonight. If you have a question that you would like me to answer, please let me know. Yeah, so I'm gonna be leaving Monday, for a few days. But I will, like I said, I will have I will be live streaming, hoping that the internet gods abide. Um, I'm glad it supports. Wait, I'd like to get it to enough people so I can offer a super chat. Yeah, that took me a little while. I had to get up to 2,000 subscribers before I was able to do that. That took me like 3 years, I want to say. I can look it up for you. Maybe it was 2.5. Um, and so I can take super chat. I'm monetized. Oh, I also had to get my watch time up. Um, so I made a few like long format videos. Um, but yeah, no, it's really cool. It's convenient for sure. Yeah. Last call, everybody, for donations tonight. I'd like to get up to no. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Hey, Andre, how's it going, my friend? How are you, buddy? Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you so much. The ads, I'm good. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. That would be awful. There is a fly, and I want to kill it. Ugh, it got away. It's curtains for you, fly. Okay, you. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. If you have a question, please let me know. Thank you. Yes, girl. I will talk to you later for sure. I'll email you tonight. I've got one, unless there's another reading tonight. I have just one last reading tonight. But yeah, no, we need to, need to chat for sure. And thank you again, love. Thank you. Last call, everybody. I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds. If you would like a reading, I'm here for you. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it a nighty night for me. Last call. Anybody? No? Anybody? Alright, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so much. I will likely see you tomorrow, probably around the same time tomorrow, because I had 3, I'm only allowed 3 notifications every 24 hours, so I'll probably have to go on a little later. But anyway, see you then. Bye.